Located in the eastern part of Ras Al Khaimah, Jebel Jais is part of the spectacular Hajar mountain range. The 30-kilometer smooth scenic road leads up to the peak of the mountains, which is the highest point in the UAE. We started the road trip from Sharjah by around 3 pm. We stopped on the way to buy some food and other necessary things for the camping. So, by the time we reached the base of the Jebel Jais mountains, it was around the time of sunset. And hence, when we climbed up the mountains, we were able to view a beautiful sunset through the valleys. There are several viewing points up the road with necessary toilet facilities from where you can view the spectacular and vast mountain range. There was quite some traffic at the foot of the mountains because of some ongoing construction work. But otherwise the rest of the road was very smooth and you can have a very enjoyable ride up to the mountain peak. You can either drive up to the base of the mountains and camp at the base where the terrain is flat and smooth. Otherwise, you can drive up to the peak of the mountain and have a beautiful camping spot from where you can witness a very beautiful sunrise in the morning. We had decided to go to the top point and camp there for the night. I recommend that if you have the same plan and that you are planning your trip during the holiday season, that you go at the earliest, that is before the sun sets, and find the best spot where you can see a beautiful sunrise. Because by the evening time, most of the good spots will be occupied by people and you can witness a good amount of rush at the peak point. By the time we reached the top point, it was very dark. But luckily, we found a good spot right beside the valley at the top point. In my opinion, you will have 3 options to set up your camping spot. One option is to set up the camp on the other side of the road without the valley view. I do not personally recommend this spot as you will not be getting a good view of the valley. The other option is to set up your camp at the viewpoint set up by the government. But these areas tend to fill up very quickly and there are high chances that you don't find any space to set up your camp at these spots. The third and final, and according to me, the best spot if you are going on an adventure trip is to set up your camping spot right next to the valley so you can have a very thrilling experience and a beautiful view of the valley and of the sunrise on the next day morning. So basically what you have to do to camp at the valley spot is to park your car or your vehicle right next to the concrete barricade constructed, jump across the barricade and camp at the valley of the mountains. I do not recommend this spot if you are traveling with your kids or if you have smaller children with you, because it is very risky as you are right in the valley of the mountains, and when you just look down you are seeing the foothills of the mountain and it could be very dangerous. But if you are going for a thrilling experience, I 100% recommend this spot. You don't have to worry because most of the people camp like this in and around you, and you will find a good amount of crowd if you are going on a holiday season, and hence you will feel safe. As we reached late, setting up the camp was a very difficult task in the dark, but somehow we managed with the emergency lamps and our phone. We bought the tents that needs to be set up manually. In my opinion, I recommend to buy these instead of the automatic ones that you get in the market, as it is more fun and quite easy to set up the manual ones. But in our case, it was very dark and very windy, and since it was our first time, it took us quite some effort to set up the tent. But it was totally worth all those effort, as in the end you get a very beautiful tent right beside the valley where you can enjoy your night. The night sky is amazing for stargazing, and I recommend that you do not sleep in your tent and spend the night viewing the amazing sky. You can also take up barbecues and grills and have some fun night barbecuing right under the beautifully lit up sky. We checked the time for sunrise the next day morning and set our alarms around 10-15 minutes before the sunrise. We got up on time and we could see a beautiful sun coming out of the valleys right in front of our camp. It was a view worth all the effort that we took up setting the camp the night before. After seeing the sunrise, we packed up our bags and started our journey back. Few points to keep in mind before you go for the camping trip in Jebel Jais. 1. Carry sufficient winter clothes and accessories, as during the night it will be very chilly and very windy, especially when you are going in the winter time. Reach your camping spot at the earliest to get a good spot to view the best sunrise and also to set up the tent as it gets very dark after the sunset. അങ്ങനെ കയറാൻ പറ്റുമോ നമുക്ക്? നടക്കണം തോന്നല്ലേ? അത് പ്രൈവറ്റാ? അതെ, അത് പ്രൈവറ്റാ. ടാരിഫ് ഉണ്ടോ? എല്ലാം അറബിയിലാണ് എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഗവൺമെന്റ് ഓഫ് റാസൽ ഖൈമ. Entrance 5 dirhams.
കയറിക്കോ. ഇത് 2 lane അല്ലേ? അല്ല ആണ് ലൈനും പിന്നെ 2 വരെയും. ഇവനല്ല, ഇവന് മുന്നിൽ ഒരു വെള്ളം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അവൻ പോയി.
I recommend that you experience the zip line and other adventure activities that are set up at the peak of the mountains. It is one of the best camping spots in the UAE, and I recommend that you go with your family or friends and you can enjoy a wonderful night of barbecue, stargazing, sunset viewing, and then wake up to a very, very, very beautiful sunrise. I hope you enjoyed our travel vlog. If you liked it, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.